What's up, everyone, and welcome to the 32nd episode of the Control Freak Podcast. I am your host, Alex Blackard, or @LessAlex on Twitter and Twitch. Make sure to go follow me there. Today is a very, very special episode. I'm streaming this live on Twitch, so things might get a little crazy, but today also is a very exciting episode because instead of breaking down control decks and metagames, I have on two excellent content creators, two of my good friends, Ron from TimeWalkTV. Ron, want to introduce yourself real quick?
Hey, what's going on? My name's Ron. I run a YouTube channel called TimeWalkTV, and I stream on Monday and Wednesdays, and we just play Magic Arena and have some fun.
Absolutely. And HeyKona. Kona, how's it going?
Hi. Hello. My name's HeyKona, and I stream Magic the Gathering, and I play trashy decks because I'm a trashy human. What's up?
Well, we're trying to convert you over to Control. Me and Ron both.
This is true, yes.
But yeah, today I'm super stoked. As always, we are sponsored by Solitary Pro, so shout out to them. Go follow them on Twitter. And of course, the awesome patrons over at patreon.com/LessAlex. And a huge shout out to the newest patrons, Jake S. and Gug217. They are the newest patrons. And yeah, huge shout out to you. But today's episode is going to be all about content creation, ways in which you can become a content creator, or just, you know, some questions that I think a lot of people might have with specifically Magic the Gathering content too. So are you all ready? I don't like to waste time.
I'm good, man. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right. Absolutely. And if chat, you know, we are streaming this live. If chat wants to get in on the action and ask some questions, feel free to. Kami Mudkip, absolutely. But yeah, first things first, let's get into this. And I'll just kind of open it up to both of you, so don't feel like you gotta whoever wants to answer can answer. When getting started in streaming, did you have to buy any expensive equipment, or did you just kind of start off the rip with whatever you had? I think that's something that a lot of people that are trying to get into content creation have questions about.
Let's go first.
Go ahead, Kona. You hop in there. You've been streaming longer than I have.
Get on in there.
Okay. So I've been streaming since, I want to say, like November 2012.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Why did I say 2012? I meant 2016. Woo! That's sorry, guys. Anyways, I don't know where my head just came from. Anyways, so I've been streaming since November 2016, and I didn't start playing. I wasn't actually streaming games. I was streaming cosplay and costume building.
Very cool.
So when I started off with, I had a laptop, and I had a little bit of like pooled income, and I ended up buying like the cheapest but kind of best stuff. Like my mic, my Yeti, is from eBay, and I got it for like $40.
Oh, nice.
Instead of like paying like the full price for it and everything. And I mean, like, it's not even terrible. It's in good shape. The only thing is that there's like scratches in the front, and I'm like, oh wow, who's gonna like judge my scratched up microphone?
Yeah.
So yeah, and then I just bought like a Logitech C920 webcam, and that was basically the investment in my stream until like later on, where as I kind of decided like, hey, this is something I want to do. This is something that I really want to take a actual shot at, was when like I started like slowly accumulating like the lighting equipment, and then I got like, you know, obviously the dual monitors, and I actually upgraded from a laptop to building my own PC, and then it just kind of like went from there.
Yeah.
So, but I started off with just a webcam from eBay, my Blue Yeti mic from eBay that's used, and a Logitech C920 and a laptop, and that was it.
All right. For you, Ron?
Well, I tried to stream when I had my old computer, and then it died. So then I decided to invest in myself and buy myself a gaming laptop. So then I started with a gaming laptop. I have like a $1 pair of headphones because I don't really need big headphones, I guess.
Right.
And then I just used the webcam on the laptop, and I bought like an $80 like Razer mic or whatever, just to start creating, because like everyone has these I guess excuses. They're like, well, I don't have a good camera or a good mic or good whatever. Just start
Yeah.
doing it. If you don't
Yeah.
start, then you'll never do it. So like I just used the webcam on the computer, and it was like the worst quality ever. And then, a couple months later, I bought a DSLR and like slowly upgrading the stream, trying to make the stuff better. But like you can start on the laptop you have currently probably, and there's probably a way you can hook up your phone to make it a webcam as well. So then you have a 1080p camera there. But I don't know, the C920s are really cheap, and if you just have that plus like $50 to $100 mic and a laptop that can record, then you can start, making YouTube videos. That's what I did, but I don't know, streaming's still pretty new to me. I've only been streaming for a couple weeks actually, so
Yeah.
I don't know, just the video creation part of it is pretty easy because you don't need the internet speed too much.
Yeah.
But yeah,
No.
just like a $100
Yeah.
mic and a $50 mic, like what is it, $60-$70 webcam to get 1080p, and you're off to the races. You actually just have to jump in and just do it.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the big misconceptions about just any generalized content creation is you have to have this like elaborate setup, and like, you obviously don't start there. You build up to that. If the content's good, I think that generally people will find you, right?
Yeah, exactly.
For sure. And I mean, like, also,
There's-
you don't have to, in my personal opinion, I don't think you have to see, like, I like to consider myself like the dumpster diver of streaming. Like, I will try to get like the label liquor best stuff,
Nice.
but I will look for used and cheap and like, oh, it's got a scratch on it, but it still works. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to
It's
take
good.
it.
Yeah.
It's good. It's fine. It's like, who really, like, nobody's gonna see it. Like, nobody's gonna like have their like eyeballs like an inch from your, keyboard or whatever. They're gonna see it like a distance away, and
Right.
maybe not even at all. So I was
Yeah.
like, look, I want to have like the cool stuff, but I can't afford it. So I'm gonna look for this stuff on eBay. I'm gonna buy it used. I mean, it depends though. Like, I'm not gonna get headphones that like. The only used stuff that I don't get are probably headphones, just because I'm a little bit weird like that. I don't know. I'm
It's
just
definitely not weird. You don't want to be wearing headphones from elsewhere. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just
Some
I'm just
funky
little-
ear,
headphones.
some funky ear cheese or something.
Like
yeah.
I got-
like that's
I got
the
these like
only
little
thing.
earbuds. Like,
Yeah.
they're nothing. Got them from the dollar store.
So we actually have a question from somebody in chat. Acefire asks, what motivated you all to get into content creation in the first place? I think that's a really good question.
You go
Well-
first, TimeWalk.
Well, for me, I wanted to, like, I always had games where I was playing and I was like, oh, the craziest thing just happened.
Right?
You'll never, you never get it. And then you try to explain it and you're writing like 15 paragraphs on like one turn, basically. So I was like, that'd be
Right.
really cool to like make videos and then my friends can watch me do cool stuff. And then on the other side, I was like, well, if I like think about it more of as like not a business, but like if I structure everything correctly, I could possibly make this like a full-time career.
Sure.
And plus, I have a bunch of kids, so like I'd rather work from home, make magic videos, and then be with my family all the time. So like that was definitely a motivation for me. Is just like I wanted to have a creative outlet, and I wanted to play Magic, and I wanted to maybe in the future support my family. Not guaranteed, but
Right.
it's definitely something to work toward.
What about you,
Right.
Kona? No,
Like-
yeah.
No, it's kind of like I guess it's kind of the same, but when I started streaming or I guess maybe we can call it content creating.
Sure.
I was making cosplays. So I already had that kind of like thing where I was like, hey, I'm making costumes and I want to show this to the world. And, and then it got to more of like a competitive kind of air to it, where it was like, hey, I want to actually compete in like cosplay competitions and win big awards and, all this stuff. And then like, kind of like when I peaked at that, and then I was like, okay, well, I'm getting older and I don't really want to cosplay anymore.
Right.
I was like, well, let me just like try with streaming, and then kind of like building up a personality around that. And like, it's just really fun to just like edit videos and just make dumb stuff on the internet. It's just like, I don't know why, like, and then just showing my friends and just being like, hey, look at this really stupid thing I did last night, and them laughing, and then having other people laugh, and it just kind
Yeah.
of like creates this whole, it makes you feel good,
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I definitely That's it, right? It's fun, right? At
Yeah.
the end of the day, it's fun, and if it does turn into something like you said, Ron, that you can support, because I have a kid, and if it turns into something where I can work from home, killer, right? Killer.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the end of the day, it's just fun, and you get to play video games, and it's awesome. But yeah, I think
you meet a lot of good people too. That helps.
that's in the community, right? Because like we all stream Magic, which has its own community within itself, but then there's like another community which is people that stream and specifically stream Magic. So like I wouldn't have met you guys if we wouldn't have all been streaming Magic.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean it's
True.
it's actually crazy because like what 3 or 4 weeks ago like, we didn't even know each other, and now we like almost talk every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Alex, you're like, I need help with my thumbnails. I'm
Right,
like,
yeah.
"Bro, got you.
the homiest of homies.
Yeah, like I can't imagine a day that goes by and I'm just like, I need to talk to the homies.
Right,
What's
right.
up, guys?
Discord is the greatest invention of all time. That's all I'm
Right.
gonna say.
Yeah, for sure. And okay, so Benza has a question in chat. I've recently been thinking about trying streaming out. I work a demanding 9 to 5 that makes it hard. How do you balance it well? What do you guys think? Does anyone?
For me, I'll jump in on this one
Yeah,
because
sure.
I have a pretty weird schedule myself. But I work a second shift job, so it's 3 p.m. to 11, I guess, and they always offer overtime. But like when I first started, I would be working 3 to 1. I'd be working 10-hour days, and then I'd come home and I would jump on my computer, record, edit, upload a video Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I was like, I got to put out as much as I can.
Yeah.
Because I really wanted to do it, right? So like if you don't have the drive to really want to do it, it's going to be hard to like pick yourself up after work to do it.
Exactly.
And then now that I'm streaming, I'm working 8 hours at my job on Monday. I'm coming home and I'm streaming for 4 hours till 4 in the morning, and I'm getting up at 7:30, 8 o'clock with the kids.
Yeah.
And then on Wednesday or Tuesday I'm doing the same thing, but I'm making a YouTube video for Wednesday, and then Wednesday I'm doing the same thing as far as I did on Monday streaming wise. So like the first few days are going to be pretty rough, but it's like more of like your drive to want to do it, not necessarily how demanding your job is or how like tired you are when you get home. If you really want to create and make something, you're going to make the time, because there's 24 hours in a day, and if you just work 8 of it and sleep 8 of it, that's 16. So you have 8 more hours to create something.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's definitely time to do it in the day. It's just how you either manage your time or just how badly you want to create. Because once you start creating, you're probably not going to want to stop.
Yeah. And to that point, it really does come down to, is this something you really want to do, right? Or is this something that, and if you want to just do it for fun, maybe stream once a week or maybe even like once a month and just do it to have fun with it, by all means. Like, but if Benza, if you're really trying to get into it, you really do kind of have to like make it a priority and really
you have
push
to, like,
yourself.
Definitely. You definitely have to like, because like I'm kind of like in the similar boat with Ron. Like I bartend, so I'm working from like 6 to like 4 a.m. So obviously when I get home, I'm like dead.
Yeah.
But I usually like wake up at like maybe like I'm gonna say 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and that gives me time to like, I kind of like the way that I structure out everything is like, okay, during the day I have like my social media time where I just post on social media,
Right.
do Discord, respond to DMs and all that stuff, or try to respond to DMs and try to like roll around with that, and then like I roll to, okay, if I want to, I'm trying to like incorporate making YouTube videos, but I mean I'm really picky about what I make.
Yeah.
So, but like prioritizing like, okay, so then now I need like my personal time where I need time like to myself to run errands or if I want to hang out with a friend, or just anything that basically like will satisfy me enough to fill me up, because I don't have kids, so I mean,
Right.
I don't have that luxury. So
My
I have
personal
that.
time is with the
Yeah,
kids.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say, I
yeah,
don't. So
exactly.
that's what that personal time is.
Yeah.
But then afterwards, like, then there's the routine of getting ready for stream and then going on a stream. And I try to stream at least like 3 nights a week. But I try not to stack it up, because I know myself and I know that I'll get burnt out. So
Sure.
if you're starting streaming and you want to like balance it out with your schedule, just try basically what Alex said. Like, just try it like one night a week, like see how it goes and see where you can fit this into your schedule and your life. And then if you want to add more time into it, then you will make that time. It's almost robotic, like where you're like, hey, I want to do this. I'm going to make more time for this. And then you just do it.
Absolutely.
It's super, you'll know when you try.
Yeah. And so, yeah, someone in chat said it's more about the doing than the what whenever you first start. And that's very true, because and I'm sure you guys would agree, your first piece of content you ever made, you look back and you just kind of cringe. You're like, ugh, this is really bad.
Yeah.
And then like,
Yeah.
in a couple of years, or months or whatever, you'll look back at this time and be like, wow, I'm so much better than I was then. So it's really about just honing in on it and making time, I think, is the big thing. And it's like, if it's something you really want, you really do have it is to a certain point work, right? Like,
That's why I only do. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, you spend. I mean, how many hours does it take to edit videos? Like, that's definitely work.
Luckily, I've streamlined it a bit, because I've forced myself to doing like the one take things for like intros and deck text and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I used to clip and edit everything and add a bunch of stuff, and then it was like taking me like 2 hours to film everything and then 3 hours to edit, and then I'll upload. And now I can just like I re-record stuff like 20-30 times,
Sure.
but I do it in like one take. But I mean, that's why I do everything Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So then after that, I can work my overtime at work. Like, I'm still working a lot, right? I'm working another 10 hours every day past my streaming stuff, but that's more of like work and then come home and go to sleep, instead of come home and then be like, oh man, I'm really tired. I better fire up this this OBS and start recording, because plenty of nights where I'm just like, I'm way too tired for this, but this is something I want.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put on a big smile and act excited.
Yeah, dude. That was one of the things that kind of like I gravitated toward. Like, this is like kind of off topic a little bit, but that's one of the things I gravitated towards you about. Like, you put in so much damn work. Like, tip of the hat, my friend, because you do a lot of work.
He does like everything, and I'm like, wow, I feel crappy because I need that work ethic.
Yeah.
I'm just obsessed with this kind of culture that this family that we've created, I guess, because like, sure, we make YouTube videos and stream and stuff, but then outside of that, there's endless hours of stuff. Like, we'll probably get to that when we get to the most important thing about content creation, but honestly, there's so much more work outside of just creating the content that's like, no one realizes it, because everyone just focuses like, I gotta stream for 4 hours, then I gotta make this video, and then I'm gonna sit there and wait, just wait for the next time I'm gonna stream. It's like, well, there's gonna be lots of time to do plenty of other stuff.
And that's the thing too, is people only see the finished product, like when the camera's on, if you're streaming, right? They don't see all the prep work behind it. So there's a whole other that's only half of the
it's like literally
creation.
I would even say if it's like 1/4 of it.
Probably with doing the promotion on Twitter and like just and all that, like I would say it's probably less than half for sure.
That's the fun part. Like, streaming is the fun part. Like, streaming is so much easier than YouTube.
Oh yeah, streaming is like, that's why I've kind of fallen off. I know you probably seen I haven't put out any actual gameplay videos in a while. It's all been the podcast, but man, that's why I say
I went down to one video a week too. So I mean, that's because I started streaming. If I wasn't streaming, I'd be putting out more videos. Just reallocating that time to something that Wizards actually will take notice of.
Oh, they will. Don't worry. They're always
they love
watching.
streams.
They're always
they don't really like
watching.
YouTube too much, but they love streams.
Cool. So the next thing I have here is this is actually coming from my girlfriend. She wanted to know, do any of you have any pre or post stream rituals or routines? Like anything you got to do beforehand?
I do.
Okay.
I know I do.
Okay, let's see.
I'm a nutcase.
This is going to be good, I feel.
This is gonna be good. All right, all right.
So, God, I hope Watsy isn't watching.
Oh my God.
Do it. I like to burn
They're
magic cards
always
in my
watching.
fire.
No.
Fire.
Yeah, basically. So, okay. So this is what it's like before I'm about to start streaming, right? So I have to eat. And if I don't eat, then I'm going to be like a vicious, can I swear, a vicious bitch on stream. Like,
it's PG,
like
PG-13.
you can tell.
Yo,
You can tell on stream like what I haven't eaten because I mean like I get hungry, but like like I get vicious. It's bad.
Yeah.
So I have to eat first, and then I partake in some recreational activity that I won't mention on the stream because it's not my stream. And then I do my hair, and then I do my makeup, and that is like. This is, by the way, this is like a 3 to 4 hour like event, a series of events before. Oh, and then before I do my hair and makeup, I have to like for some reason I'm that freak, like I'm that weirdo. I have to bathe and shower or whatever before I go on stream. And
no,
I
feel that though. I actually,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
I can't.
Fresh,
I
you gotta
can't
look sharp.
feel dirty when I stream. It's so weird, and like I literally stream in my pajamas, and I'm like, who the hell is gonna be around me that's gonna smell me or like whatever? There's no one here, but like I need to be clean before I stream, and then I have to clean up my room to the best of its ability, you know?
Right.
And then finally I like get into the routine of like, okay, let me make sure like my external hard drive is good. Let me like make sure that this is in the right spot, and you know all the OBS
all the technical stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I stream. And then after the stream, I will go back into my VOD and I'll look for whatever clip or whatever that was like the highlight of the stream, the funny point or whatever.
Yeah.
And I edit it, and then I will put it on Twitter and thank the people that have come by and that have contributed. And then obviously shout out the person that I rated and passed the stream on to next.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then I'll hang out in that person's channel for like an hour at most, maybe not even like 15 minutes or whatever. And then
because you're tired too, right?
Yeah,
like you're
exactly.
just like kind of you're kind of exhausted from
And I try to like, and I do like the editing at the same time while I'm in that person's stream. So I'm like back and forth on both of my monitors.
Right. Yeah.
And then I take off my makeup and I go to bed. It's an event. It's like a marathon.
Wow.
What about you, Ron?
Well, I get home 15 minutes before I'm supposed to start streaming because I work like 45 minutes away from my job.
Oh wow.
Hang up the green screen, and maybe I'll stop for BK on the way home, but
yeah,
just grab a glass of water and then start up the stream. I mean, I really don't have like a I don't have to put makeup on or like look pretty.
That's what I was kind of thinking. I can't really. I don't really. Yeah.
I wish I had that luxury. I mean,
don't have to
technically
do my hair. But... Like I've been wearing this hat like for almost every video, so like I don't have to do my hair, which is sweet. I don't have to like style my hair or whatever, so that's pretty nice. But I don't know, just get a glass of water and just go stream, kind of like deep breaths, and then be like, all right, you want this, right? Yep, okay, stream. Just remind myself that like this is something I want, so I don't like sit there and like, oh, like so sad, or like just like really monotone and boring.
Yeah.
Like you try to hype yourself up just a
Yeah.
little bit.
Absolutely.
Be more perky. Raise your shoulders up.
Say it with your chest.
Say it with your chest.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I'm kind of with Kona on this one. I like to be clean. Sometimes I'll wear most times I'm wearing the hat, but if I'm not, I gotta like do the hair a little bit, get a little coiffed,
Yeah.
But
I like this hat more than the red one, I think.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, nothing too crazy for me. I just usually I grab a soda or a water, depending upon how the night's going. If I think I'm going to like crash midstream, I'll grab a soda. Otherwise I'll get a water.
No, you got to fall asleep during the stream, and then you'll go, you blow up. Be like,
I've slept
this
on
guy-
stream before. It's horrible.
He's been sleeping for 9 hours. How long will it? Like,
donation.
oh my God, you wake up with like $1,000 in donations.
There's people that literally just like point the camera at their bed and they just go to sleep.
Wow.
When World of
weird?
Warcraft Classic dropped, the queue times were like 8 hours.
Holy
So
smokes.
I would like I couldn't stream Magic and like me in the queue at the same time because like my computer was like, nah, bro. And so like I would just like sit in Discord and talk to people, and then like one day I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna turn on some Lord of the Rings. I'm just gonna go to sleep. And like I slept, and I was like, hey, whenever I get in the queue, someone from Discord call me, and that's what happened. Like and it was all live, and
Sick.
yeah.
That is awesome. Right on. So kind of moving on to the next one. This one's more directed at Ron just because you do so much YouTube content. But also Kona, you can answer as well. Which do you enjoy more, streaming or YouTube videos?
Since I've streamed a couple times, streaming is more fun and less work in my opinion. I know there's like I'm very basic with all my stuff with streaming, but like with YouTube videos, I'm like recording, re-recording, and then if I have a game that's like a really crappy game, like I will throw that one out and then re-record another one, and it's just like a super long process, and then you got to put everything all together with the edit and stuff, with all the music at the end and stuff. So like I would say YouTube videos are better on a time like restriction.
Yeah.
Because like you can basically do whatever you want on your time. You're not confined to specifically that 4 hours. So like you can record your gameplays on Monday, you can record your intros on Tuesday, and like you can do everything on one day and then edit the 3 days later. So like you have like that flexibility if you really have some time constraints. Because that's what I figured I wanted to do. I was like, all right, I'll make all these YouTube videos and try to get a following, and then maybe down the line I'll stream. But like I went hard focused on YouTube. But yeah, streaming is way more fun and way easier in my opinion. I know a lot of people have some crazy streams that do a lot of stuff, and it's like a whole job in itself. But
Yeah.
I don't know, I just keep things real simple, but I do like YouTube videos. It's much I don't know how to explain it, but it's a lot of fun.
I don't know. It just depends. Like, I like making YouTube videos because I don't have to wear pants and I don't have to do my hair. Like when I'm
When you're
editing and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and I like during that time. But like the one thing that I don't like about making videos is that I'm a perfectionist, and it's really bad. Like the sound effect has to go off on the right spot, and if I don't get it at the right spot, and I'll like watch it over and over and over, and it's just like nuts for me. And I like making videos, but I personally just like streaming a little bit more because I feel like my personality comes out more in streaming versus like in videos. I feel like it's very like in a box kind of thing, and it's hard for me to kind of like break out of my shell on a video. Like I don't know, it's really strange. Like on stream I can be like, yeah, what's up, but like on a YouTube video I always find like anytime when I'm recording a video, I always like stop myself and like second guess myself, and I'm like, oh, that was stupid, I need to start over. And oh my gosh, I'm sure that like the bloopers are like horrible, but but me personally, like I like making videos. I like the process of editing because that kind of like really the longevity of the work, and just kind of like making it just the process of making a video is really interesting to me. So that's like my takeaway from it. So I like editing videos, but I prefer streaming more.
Right. And they're very different. Like you said, Ron, they're very different processes. With me, it's kind of like for YouTubing, like you can be chipper, to record like a 10-minute intro or whatever, right? It people see you, like your real self when you're streaming, because like it's hard to fake 4 hours of content, you know?
Yeah.
So
For sure.
but I don't know. I definitely like you said, streaming is much
Yeah.
more fun, right? Because you have that interaction with the people watching.
Yeah, as long as you have
Whereas,
people watching, there's definitely that fun part.
yeah, there's
It's
that
just
too. That's very true.
like I do
too.
gameplay videos on YouTube though, so like I'm not doing like informational ones or like tech ones or like I don't know what else, like pack openings and stuff.
Yeah,
But like the so I'm basically doing what I would do in a stream in a YouTube video, I guess, but I'm just like sitting in my laundry room talking to my camera, not actual people.
right.
So like I have to sit there and just let the words like fall out of my head basically, and I'm just like obsessed with like no dead air. So I constantly keep that running in my
Absolutely.
head, like no dead air, no dead air, because like if you like watch a video and someone's like not talking for 2 minutes, which is normal when you play Magic because it's a really complex game and sometimes you have to think. I just let the thinking come out of my mouth.
Yeah, no, I
And just like
That's
kind of
like really important though when you
so hard.
first start streaming, because that's the one thing that people don't get is that when you first start streaming, if you're not talking, it's really hard. It's a lot harder to build off of that.
yeah,
It's harder to build your channel because at least in a streaming environment.
yeah,
Because that was the one like piece of advice when I started streaming, like that was given to me, like keep talking. So when I like started doing gameplay and stuff, I started with Overwatch, and then I switched to League of Legends, and I switched back to Overwatch, and then I went to Magic the Gathering, and that whole like thing where I'm talking, even if the chat is like dead and there's two
you
people,
have to keep talking. Yeah,
like I'm still talking, and I'm like,
Absolutely.
and it's almost like robotic, because it's the best way to do it is like you're thinking out loud, like you have to
Mhm.
be like, hey, oh, I got shot by this guy, that sucks. And then
yeah.
especially, but I feel like as like a Magic creator, it's harder
I think
and
it
it's
is
easier
too.
at the same time,
Yeah. Oh, okay. Why do you think
because
that?
like
Explain.
there's a strange
Explain
dichotomy.
yourself.
Like it's harder because you kind of have to predict what the other player is going to do, and you have to talk about that, and then sometimes like you get a little bit frozen up and you're like, I don't know what's going on. And then though at the same time it's easier because you can narrate your thought process, like, okay, since they put this card down, I
Yeah.
should probably do this.
It's like
and then since they put
slower,
this,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And it helps coming from like a competitive background too, because when I first started, I started off in a local game store that was super competitive, like 50 plus player FNMs. Like
Hell yeah.
it was like, flight or flight or whatever that is. But so then I come from that aspect of it. So I'm always looking at the best decks and all the like goldfish decks and stuff. So then when I'm playing, like, oh, they played a Stomping Grounds. Oh, they're probably Gruul. They're probably going to play like a Zertog Goblin, or they're going to play,
Yeah.
a Spellbreaker. So then like I can already assess what's going on. And plus I'm a control player. So that's like a must.
Absolutely.
Like
you have to
you
know.
have to be able to assess what they're doing immediately, so that you don't. So you play your spells in the right order, so that you don't waste, a removal spell on something that you could have let hit you 3 times in a row, and then you could use it on
Right.
something bigger.
Absolutely.
It's a lot different. But having that mindset and that competitive mindset is definitely, it helps a lot, because then you can just kind of talk through it. But I'm just obsessed with just rambling, so as I'm doing right now.
Yeah. No, that definitely helps for content creation, like especially Magic, because I feel like a lot of people go into Magic Twitch streams trying to learn something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then
Oh yeah, definitely.
there's also they want to be entertained, but they also want to learn something. So, cool. So moving on, what is the most important thing to becoming a successful content creator, in your opinions? It's a big question.
I know.
It's a big question.
Don't take yourself too seriously. Like, We're all here to have fun, man. We
Yeah.
play Magic. Like,
We
come
play
on.
Magic
You know
on
what I
the
mean?
Magic the Gathering on the internet, right? Like,
Yeah,
Like,
we play a child's card game, like get over yourself. Like,
yeah, like it's not that serious, bro. Like, come on. Like, okay, like I get it if it's like your livelihood. Okay, I understand.
Sure.
If there's like if you got a paycheck coming in, like a paycheck rolling in, like
not a
I get
paycheck,
that.
a
But
paycheck.
not, yeah, you know what I mean? Like that kind of not the little $100 that you get from Twitch, but like an actual like income.
Yeah.
But like dude, like it's just don't take yourself seriously. We're just all here to have fun. Like that's literally it. We're all here to have fun. That's
Yeah.
like and you can take yourself seriously in aspects like, okay, I want my camera quality to be good. Okay, I want my stream to be more, I don't know. I want my internet to be faster so I can
Right.
stream more clear quality or whatever. But like
Sure.
at the end of the day, like we're just a bunch of dorks that play video games. Like that's really what it is.
Sometimes you got to upgrade your RAM sticks,
Yeah.
which is what I just did.
Oh,
I
hell
don't
yeah.
even know what those are. I got a laptop, man. What I don't know.
Like we're
No.
just all here to have fun, man. Like that's like the number one thing. And if you like kind of put yourself in this mindset where it's just like I have to be the best, then like you're really gonna get yourself burnt out. I've seen it happen,
Set
and
yourself
it's
up for failure for sure.
exactly because you can't like you can take your stuff seriously, but you can still have some serious fun. You feel me?
Oh
Yeah.
my god. Oh god.
For me, the most important thing is like connecting or making friends or building relationships. Not necessarily the content. Sure, the content will come because
Yeah.
you want to make content, so you're going to make that content, right? So, on this is what I hinted at earlier, but the main thing for me is like connecting with people. It's taken me like 7 months to start actually getting like some followers on Twitter, I guess. But it's like go on Twitter every single day, like some people's posts, give quality comments to them. Don't just say nice, cool, awesome. Just be like, hey, this is cool because of this, or this is what I think you should do with this deck, or like actual
Yeah.
good in-depth things. And
feedback,
then also
actual feedback. Yeah.
go on, find some cool discords. If you start meeting people, go into discords. Like for me, I'm on Twitter every single day. I'm on
Absolutely.
every night. I go through Twitch and I stop into everybody I know's stream. Hey, how you doing? What's going on? What are you playing?
Yeah.
Every single day has to be dedicated to social media in some
The
in
grind.
some
Yeah.
form, because like I'm only streaming and making YouTube videos 3 days a week, but every single day of the week I'm talking to people on Discord, I'm talking to people on Twitter, I'm talking to people on Twitch. I don't know, I don't really use Instagram, but I have commented on all that stuff. But it's like there's so much work outside of actually making the content that's like super super important, because honestly I wouldn't be getting viewers on Twitch if I didn't have good friends like you guys, because I know you get raids and you have like all this like
Yeah.
I don't know, you got to make friends, and then your friends will help you out, you help your friends out, and then I don't know, it works out.
It builds.
But, yeah,
it builds
definitely
upon
make friends.
itself. Yeah.
Social media for sure.
Yeah. Social media. That's one thing I would say is like social media is definitely your tool. Twitter specifically, especially for like Magic, because Wizards of the
my God,
Coast,
yes.
that is their main platform is
It
is Twitter. So if you're looking to specifically get into Magic the Gathering content, start a Twitter. Just start tweeting or retweeting stuff. Have a voice. Have an opinion on they just spoiled the new set, right? The new Elspeth.
Yeah.
Have an opinion. Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? It's okay to be wrong, but it's awesome to be right. So have an opinion on it. And then
Just be
Right.
careful. Magic Twitter is a dumpster fire
Oof,
sometimes,
yeah.
but just like find a good group of people and like
Yes.
it'll be the most positive environment you can ever think of. But like it can be pretty
Sometimes-
nasty sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll like
I
open
think
my
that's just
phone.
Twitter in general.
I'll just be like, yeah, I'm not gonna go on Twitter today because something
Yeah,
crazy
just-
happened in the Magic community that I want no part of.
When they banned when Field of the Dead went, I was like, oh snap. And then when they did Oko too, I was like, oh snap.
Yeah, I'm not
That was
even.
pretty bad.
I'm not even talking about stuff that happens to the card game. I'm just talking about stuff that happens to people around the card game. Like,
Yeah.
But
Also, we should make a shirt. We should make a shirt for Kona that says "Oh snap" and has like a snappy hand on it. That'd be a sick shirt. On the back, be like, "Hey Kona."
Yeah, that's awesome.
Dude, I would love to make shirts. I want to make all the shirts just of like stupid sayings. Like that would be my like super dream job.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. All right, so this is the last question that I have. If anyone in chat has any other questions, feel free to drop them in there now. But what are one of the biggest misconceptions about content creation and Twitch streaming and making YouTube videos?
That it's easy.
That is easy. That is simple, but very true. Yeah.
You guys
it's not easy.
It's so easy. You guys just sit down and play video games. Like, what's so hard about that?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
like, boy.
I mean, do you have anything else, Ron? Like,
I don't know. It's just like I
think that's gotta be.
Like, I work with a lot of older guys. I work in a machine shop, and everybody's like, you know, in their 50s, 60s, maybe. And I'm like, yeah, I make YouTube videos and I stream. And they're like, well, that's not too hard. You just sit in front of your computer. I'm like, well, you know, there's
big yikes.
Hours and hours of prep time and hours of like, you know, trying to connect with people, because they always bug me because I'm always on my phone and stuff, which I probably shouldn't be that much at work. But I mean, I have the time. But, you know, they bug me about being on my phone. I'm like, I'm not like sitting here like wasting time usually. I'm usually like talking on Discord. I'm hitting you guys up in Twitter.
Yeah, you are very active. You know, so
I know. I feel bad. Like sometimes I'm like, dang, I gotta step my game up because Ron is like out here like slaying.
Like, I'm so obsessed because like you ever like comment on like someone that's a little bit bigger than you, or like, I don't know, maybe like mid-tier, and like they don't answer immediately, or they don't answer for like a few days or something. Like, I'm so obsessed with like anyone that comments on my YouTube videos. I like and heart it, and then comment on it. I comment on every single like tweet that's directed towards me.
Oh, dude, and
like I take the time to do it because like I know that on the other side of it, if I was the one, like some random person that like just made this YouTube channel or whatever just to comment on the video, they would like, you know, you want to answer, right? So like I just feel like if I was on the other end, I'd really appreciate having an answer. So
I really try to like keep up, because I mean, recently it's just been kind of hard to keep up with everyone. Just because I just get a lot of stuff that comes in so fast from all sides. So I'm just like, so I try to keep up, and I try to show the efforts there, but it at a point it does get like a little bit impossible. But like, no, like I think like it's like a lot of people at my job, they just think they're like, oh, so like, what do you do? Like, how do you do it? And I'm like, well, you kind of have to be like a personality sort of behind just a mediocre player at best, you know? And if you are a great player, cool, like, you know, that can carry you, but like it's not easy. Like you have to engage in your audience, and you have to like engage in your social media, and you have to kind of like build this little mountain of yours that makes it very much you. And it's just hard to like it's very hard to, I don't know, like it's just strange. It's just not easy. It's and I think like the best way was when the guy that I'm dating, he was like I've never really known about it. And he doesn't do any of this. He doesn't even have like, he doesn't have Twitter. He barely has an Instagram.
Oh, wow,
he's like offline.
We're going off the grid.
Yeah, he's like off the grid. And he was like, when I hear you talk about it and like all the stuff that you do behind the scenes, he's like, you speak like gibberish. Like, I don't know what any of this stuff is. But then like he actually like watched one of my streams, and he's like, you like do so much stuff, and like you attend to everybody in chat, and you have to like keep up with not only the conversation that's going on in chat, but the sub conversations that are happening within the sub conversations.
Right. You have to make sure they're not toxic. You have to make sure that, especially on Moto, there's a hard 25-minute timer. It's not like on Arena. So like if you're engaging in chat, I timed out last night. I play a lot of Blue Eye Control. It's hard to keep the clock from going low and while engaging in chat. So,
oh my gosh, I can imagine. Something
that's kind of related. We have another question in the chat. Do you think playing competitively is important to streaming? And also, I lost it. Also, do you think, quote, clout is important? Is important to branding yourself and is better for your personality? That's a really good and interesting question, I think. I think that we kind of touched on it a little bit. You don't necessarily have to be a, mythic championship competitor to be a successful streamer. In fact, I would sometimes argue that some of those folks, and nothing against them, they're excellent Magic the Gathering players, but some of them can be a bit dry at times and, in fact, would probably not make the best streamers. And in terms of the clout thing, I think it is like, people joke about it. It's a meme, obviously. It's a meme on Twitter to have some Twitter clout or whatever. But it does kind of all go into the whole content creator thing, right? Like, Twitter clout is not nothing, right? Like, I don't know. What do you guys think?
No, you're not. You're not wrong. I'm not a competitive player. I don't want to be a competitive player. I play garbage. I play jank. I know that I'm not that great of a player, and that's okay. And I'm okay with that. I aspire to be better, and I try to be better. But it's not like a huge goal for me. Like, having fun and doing things with my friends is my goal. That's like where my mindset's at with it. So it's like, that's, as far as the competitive thing goes, that's where I'm at with that. With the clout and like branding yourself and stuff like that, I think on the fence of being a Twitch streamer, you kind of have to build a brand if you want to be I guess you can say be known, for lack of a better phrase. Like, you kind of have to. Everybody has their own shtick. Yeah, everyone basically has like their own shtick. Like obviously Ron, he does his videos. A lot of people say that my shtick is just like, I'm just some crazy wacky stoner that has green hair and like plays Magic. Like, that's really what it is. And there's just like all these different people like in the Magic community that have like their own things. And it kind of like almost creates like these different personalities within the community. Yeah. Like, okay, this is what this person's known for. This is what this person's known for. I don't really think, and maybe I could be wrong. I don't know if you guys have run into this. I've never really ran into somebody who, at least in the Magic community, who is playing Magic just for clout. You know what I mean?
That doesn't sound right.
that doesn't. I just feel like the two don't mix. Like, I don't feel like people are playing Magic to advance in a social media aspect. I don't know. I think it's fair to say that there are other games on Twitch in particular that people can very much excel at without having to be the best player if they want to kind of get their exposure. But Magic's complicated, and it's different, and there's a lot of like ins and outs, and there's things that you have to learn, and it's just very it's a very close-knit community where like you kind of have to know what's going on in order to like get it, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's just me.
What about you?
I think playing competitively is a good way to boost your viewer count, because everyone likes to see people doing well. So like, if you spike an SCG event, then you might be able to ride that with like, hey, I'm going to start a YouTube channel here. I'm going to stream now because everyone's asking me about the deck that I played or how I did it and stuff like that. So like, if you like to play paper Magic and you're able to travel, and you're decent, and I think that's a good way to get a kind of a leg up than spending all the time and hours and days and weeks and stuff to just grind at the lower levels and then move your way up. If you're good and you're able to get a good finish, or maybe win an IQ, or win an open or something, then you can really ride that, because there's a lot of people, especially in the competitive side, where all the teams for SCG and stuff. Like they have their own like little communities, and then some of them don't really talk too much Magic, but I think that's one way to really bounce yourself up. A clout, I don't know. I don't know what the hip young lingo is, but it's something, I guess. It's just like, what is it? Just being popular or something?
Yeah, clout is like basically like hey, like I'm popular on the internet kind of thing. And some people will do things just to excel themselves in that aspect. So that's why they say that's where the
crazy or stupid just to like, get that clout. Okay.
The Tide Pod challenge.
Can you please use it in a sentence, please? Yeah. I got this clout because I, ran into a wall. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like clout chasers. Like that's what the big term is.
I mean, that's like a thing though. Like that's the same like with some people that like got big on stream sniping, like Greek God or whatever. Like
yeah,
literally built his whole image and brand on like stream sniping Tyler 1, and then it grew into him like actually like being a really crazy like personality that everyone loved and like gravitated to, and like only because like he just like enjoyed trolling people. It's so wild. Like these clout chasers, like I'm sure it's like the same way someone's gonna figure out a way to break the mold, and like sure they're gonna be doing something people hate, but that's also like fueling the fire of people like knowing about who they are and like complaining about them, which also gives them like more
clout
marketing. Yeah,
exactly.
It's so funny. It's such a cool dynamic. It's like they're cringy and trolly, but like it's like hilariously genius sometimes with some of the stuff they do. So I don't know, you do you, but I support whatever you want to do, I guess.
Absolutely.
I've been to like the I went to Magic Fest Phoenix in last year. And that was really fun. Like I didn't do like the GP or anything, but I did do like the little like side tournaments and stuff. Yeah. And it was they're so fun. And I ended up like just like getting like meeting just like a good like wholesome group of people and stuff. And it was just like that was like my thing. I was like, this is fun, and I guess it goes back into what I was saying where I was like, hey, like I'm not like, like, hey, I want to be like super like competitive, but like, hey, like I want to play and like have fun and hopefully win, but it's not a big deal. Like, like I don't get too mad if I lose or whatever. So I did win like a couple things, so I was just like, hell yeah.
Good job. Proud of you.
Hell yeah.
I did a good job, guys. I tried with my little Simic fairy deck.
Side events are the best part about. I guess they're Magic Fest, right? They're not GPs anymore.
It's Magic Fest with the GP. Yeah,
like I would go to like the GPs in New Jersey and like literally just go just to play side events all weekend with my boys, my friends.
So the last question is one of the chat questions. I think it's been about 53 minutes or so. So I think it's about time to wrap it up. So this will be the last question before we start doing the housekeeping stuff. But yeah, what streamers helped you in the beginning, and if none, who do you look up to? I'll answer this one first. I will just say like YouTube first off. Definitely helped. Ron on the YouTube side, Kona on the Twitch side, Mr. Armbars, I'll shout him out too. He's been dope. J Boogie MTG. I'm sure I'm forgetting people, but like it really is about the community. I can't stress that enough. And like you said earlier, Ron, you meet friends and then they help you out and you help them out and you just hope to grow together. So what about you guys?
I think for me, it was like I saw people that were like a bit above me, but I was like, I'm just gonna say hi and see like if we can be friends.
See if it works.
And like I don't really know how I ran into Kona at all, but that just kind of
I literally
everybody said that.
I literally
like,
don't
I
remember
where you came from.
Like I either followed her or she followed me, and I was just like, anytime someone follows me, I'm just like, hey, what's up? Thanks for following me. It's like not like the auto-generated messages. I was just like, what's up? And then I don't know. I just like started like just like hitting her up, just being like, hey, what's up? Not being creepy or anything, but just being like,
we literally just started talking.
Good.
It was
it was so
like,
random.
chill.
I don't even remember, but that was pretty cool. And then like J Boogie was the first person that I found, I think through Instagram, But
Oh,
he's been a
wow.
really good friend. Talk to him like every single day, and I talk to you every day,
Yeah.
Mr. Alex, about control stuff, and then
Absolutely.
Karaku and anyone
Karaku
else that
too.
pops
Yeah,
in. I guess
Karaku too.
Truax is a big one.
Yeah.
I love popping into his stream. I really only met him just because I popped into his stream every day, like pretty much every day he streams. I'm in there
Nice.
requesting stupid decks for him to play. Yeah, Armbars is legit. He's really smart with all the streaming stuff. Like
Oh
I
my
don't
God,
understand. He's
yeah.
got great audio too. So if you ever need to figure out audio, I'm sure that he'd probably help you. But
Yeah, I need to get one of
I
those
don't know.
Stream
They're
Decker, those Stream Decker things. Those seem cool.
Do you have an iPhone, Alex?
I do.
You can wait, the stream.
Can
Oh
you-
yeah, the Stream
Like
Deck.
the
Sorry,
little things.
I had a
that you-
momentary
you do?
lapse in judgment. No, so if you have an iPhone, if you want to do a Stream Deck, you can download the Stream Deck app
Oh
and
wow, that would be clutch.
and connect it to your computer, and it'll.
Hold on.
Oh.
I'm doing it right now. Stream Deck.
That's how I do it. Like that's how I have a Stream Deck, and it's so
Elgato Stream Deck. Look at that.
Yeah.
Holy
and it's
That's
only
next
like
level.
it's only like $2 a month.
Nice.
That's it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's what I use. I'm telling you, like I'm the dumpster diver of like streaming. Like I got
So
my
we're
I
at
got
the-
my stuff on lock. Like
We're in the trash can and we love it.
Yeah.
I'm
Like-
the trash man. It's always sunny. Shout out.
Yes. Okay,
Looks
we
like,
did it.
So
Okay,
it
we
looks like
got there.
Danny Nightcore has a quick question here at the end to close it out. Favorite element and card? Is that like color? I'm assuming.
I think you meant.
Or
Yeah, I think like favorite
guild
color.
maybe. Okay.
Well, wait a minute. I have a funny thing to say. Okay, so to answer that question, gosh, who was the first like person that inspired
Oh,
me?
this is for Kona. This isn't for us, Alex.
I think
Oh,
there's
yeah, super-
that got me like inspired to or helped me out with streaming. Well, that Die Nightcore guy, that was my first moderator, like
wow.
from 3 years ago. Like he's still a moderator on my channel.
Hi.
Nice.
But that was like my first or second moderator. I can't remember. So he remembers the cosplay days, like,
Oh,
and when
wow.
my stream like looked like garbage. And but like I was more or less inspired by Mira Scarlet, and she is a cosplayer, and like I was like, yo, your stuff's awesome. How do you do this? And then it kind of like turned into like, well, let me find my own little community. So I was like a floater. And then when I met the Uncle Joe show, that was like when I like went deep in it. Like I met like this community of just like the wildest people. And I was like, whoa, they're so like me. I'm like them. And we're just crazy people. And like, and then like,
Wild.
but none of them play Magic. So I was like, then again, a floater. So I was like the only one in that group that was playing Magic.
Yeah.
No hate on them. So I was like, well, let me find my like own little Magic peers. And that's when I never really had like a close knit Magic group. Like I had like my friend Xtadon and like, my community. But I think it's like y'all, like y'all
Yeah.
are like my little like Magic community. Like,
Yeah.
like obviously y'all too. And then Mr. Armbars, DZMT who I met at TwitchCon.
Jeezy.
He's the tallest dude. Well, I mean, I'm short, so everyone's taller than me. But like he's the tallest dude. And who else? Karaku, the homies, man.
The
Jay
homies,
Boogie, like come on,
exactly.
it's the homies.
Boogie. Yeah.
But it's
Boogie.
cool. But it's cool because like with Magic now, like now my like Uncle Joe show friends, the nephews, we call them the nephews. They are getting, some of them are getting into Magic, and now there's
awesome.
like
Hell yeah.
more Magic people in there. So
Dive in
it's
deep.
like festering. So I'm like trying to merge the two worlds together.
Nice.
Yeah. Cool. And then did you want to answer Danny's question about favorite color and card?
Well, my favorite color is obviously green.
Obviously.
Obviously.
Boo.
And I love how
Yeah, I
I
got
just like
a thumbs down on
instinctively
that one.
looked at my like DSLR camera over there. Like, anyways, that was just like side thought. Anyway,
Yeah.
but and my favorite card? Wow, that's a really good question. You guys, what are y'all's favorite cards?
Sphinx's Revelation.
Ooh, that's a good
Sphinx's
one.
Revelation and another one. Yeah, Sphinx's Revelation. That's the best card in the entire game.
Mine, Capital Bro says Island. That's funny. Mine's
yep,
Geist of
I
Saint
like Island.
Traft. Geist of Saint Traft forever and always. I love that card.
Nice.
Yeah, or Snapcaster Mage, or Jason Mind Sculptor, or Island, or Sphinx's
Dude,
Revelation.
I'm gonna make a shirt that literally just bold text gonna say Bolt Snap Bolt. That's gonna be one of the shirts.
Yeah,
How to do it?
absolutely.
I honestly think Bolas Citadel is my favorite card, just because I have so many good memories with it.
That'd be a sick tattoo.
Yeah.
Right? But that's
Right?
what I'm saying, though.
I want all the magic art all of my arms, man. I just want it.
So good. Cool. So
say
blue for me and Ron, and green for green's a great color. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
green's a great color outside of Magic, but in Magic, no. I don't want any of that. I don't want any of that
Yeah,
mid-range BS.
green's my favorite color, like in real life, and then in Magic, I'd say it's like my third favorite color. I think I like blue, and then red, then green.
Oh, see,
You know what, though?
blue-white
I
till I
really
die,
like mono
Azorius.
red.
Like band decks are really fun. I like that you can incorporate big creatures too.
Mono red is like turning into my favorite, which is like kind of dirty of me to. I know that's what I was waiting for. Stop.
It's a good way to learn, and good way to like not. It's I'm not saying it's a beginner deck because there's a lot of decision making with it, because like it can be really really hard to play it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's just like not my cup of tea, and it's like the anti my deck.
exactly.
Always.
Exactly.
I like how fast, especially like super aggro mono deck, or mono red decks. Like I like getting in there. I like getting it done fast, and I like going to the next game. Just boom, 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 boom.
Boom, boom,
like
boom.
It's definitely
Like,
like the best
exactly.
way to grind a mythic for sure. Like the Rakdos
That's how
Hearts deck, yeah.
My wife doesn't really play Magic, but man, she likes to turn them sideways. That's for sure.
Nice. Okay, yeah, that's all the time. This one's getting to be about over an hour, so that's
Pretty long,
about all the
yeah.
time we got for the podcast tonight. Thanks everybody for watching this live on Twitch. I appreciate it. If you've had any questions, I definitely appreciate it. And if you want to hit that follow button, there's still time to do so. Anyways, housekeeping stuff for
How do
you
do that? How do you
two.
do it, Kuna?
Yeah, how do we do that? Do we do that?
Show us.
Are we doing it right?
Do you curve your hands
Gotta lock
more?
the fingers.
yeah, I just like curve it down. I'm just like,
But yeah, if
Okay.
you guys want to do your housekeeping, where everybody can find you, and then I'll finish it out, and we can head on with our nights. Ron, where can folks
what
find
are we
you on the
doing?
internet?
Oh, on the internet?
Yeah.
Oh, you can find my YouTube videos at youtube.com/TimeWalkTV, or my stream on Monday and Wednesday nights, 12 a.m. to 4 a.m. Eastern time, twitch.tv/TimeWalkTV, or on Twitter if you want to just chat about Magic or anything else. Definitely hit me up, because I just like talking to people.
And that's TimeWalk
yeah.
TV as well.
Yeah, it's right there on the screen. I
Yeah.
figured I'd just like let that
But
one.
this audio, it's a podcast. It's a podcast. You can be listening to it.
Oh, hey,
this is
podcast
true.
people, at TimeWalkTV. Sucker free Sundays. Let's go.
And then free HeyKona.
So I'm everywhere. Instagram, HeyKona, twitch.tv/HeyKona. I don't really have a YouTube, but if you search HeyKona, I come up. And
I'm just
then
there.
Nice.
yeah, I'm just there. I'm literally the first one at the top.
Nice.
And then if you go to twitch.tv, or not Twitch, I'm sorry, twitter.com/O is an Oscar, HeyKona.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks you guys for hanging out. I do appreciate it, taking up almost 2 hours of your time since we've been on the call. But
Yeah, I could sit here for way longer than this,
Oh,
just chatting
same.
about this kind of stuff, man. For sure.
but we'll have to
Hey,
do it.
I
We'll have to
mean-
do it again too. So
This man almost got a speeding ticket.
Yeah,
Thanks
that
for
was
having
rough.
us, dude.
I got to get that milk.
But yeah, let me finish it out by doing the housekeeping. Thanks everybody for watching or listening. Make sure to head on over to Twitter and give me a follow there. Follow me on Twitch. I'm streaming every single day this month. And actually, as you're listening to this on Monday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, I will be Wizards of the Coast featured content creator. I'm super stoked. They gave me a bunch of swag. Yeah, I'm super hyped about it. So make sure to check me out on Twitch. I'll be streaming Arena all day. I'll have a bunch of Arena codes, handing out like free packs and stuff all day. That's 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. And if you dig the podcast, make sure to tell your friends about it. And head on over to Apple Podcasts, give it a 5-star review. Again, I say it every time. I don't want any 2 stars or 1 stars. If you don't like the podcast, just at me on Twitter. Let's talk about it. Other than that, shout out to Solitary Pro and, of course, the patrons over at patreon.com/lessalex. You can support the content if you would like, and you get a free donation deck every month if you become a Patreon member at the highest tier. Other than that, everyone, thank you for hanging out. As always, be kind to one another, Magic players. Have a great night.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.